Okay, so now let's go ahead and find the meditation space site plan that we were working on, or we started to work on previously. Delete. Okay, and turn the mirrors back on again. Okay, so the site plan that you received, that you copied, is of the macro site. It is supposed to show an area over here that is of the village. All these little tiny buildings down here, and then up the hill, and then to the parking lot, which is here, through a footpath that you have to trek all the way up, and then to your property right there. Okay, so that the west, like I said, is about 6 degrees lower than this square view, but this side right here is supposed to be the Pacific Ocean, the other side is supposed to be the hills, and the southern part is supposed to be the view of the village and such. So we have to establish where you are going to put your meditation chapel cube thingamajig. And so in order to explain it, we're going to put together a few drawings that will help convey those ideas to your audience or your jury. Okay, so first of all, yeah, those lots of these topo lines does get in the way. It is a little bit distracting. Like I said, you can go ahead and turn that layer off, and I think we discovered that it was in layer 3. Okay, but what we're going to do is to copy just what we need for this this drawing that we're going to do. So after we turn off layer 3, we're going to go ahead and highlight using crossing the road, the site, and these trees over here. Okay, if you do the crossing, you'll get all the roads and stuff as well. If you did the windows, you may not get part of the roads. Okay, so from that, go ahead and type in copy, or CO for the shortcut. Select anywhere on screen. Okay, and that should give you a cursor with a copy of the thing. Now let's turn the ortho on, F8, and point up, and let's say at 0, 1,500 feet. Okay, so 0 in the X direction, in the Y direction we're going to copy it 1,500 feet and hit enter. And it should have given me a copy of just the road and the trees and just the site itself. We're just going to work with these things right here. We're going to leave all this part alone. You can now even turn the whatchamacallit, the topo back on again, because all we're doing is using this. You can go ahead and draw a rectangle around this thing, because we don't need all of these roads. So we'll get an area that's somewhere close to there, and again, it's not that scientific right now, and we'll use this as a trim line. So TR for trim. Select the rectangle that you just drew as your cutting object, or cutting edge. Enter, and then select the roads, and you're done. I guess I could get rid of these 4 trees right there. Okay, so there I have a closed-in view of my site. Okay, 2 options that we could do. We are going to, well, let me try to explain. We're going to do a little diagram to explain the site and tell how you decided to put your meditation chapel somewhere on this property. Okay, you can draw all that information all on here in different layers, and then in the viewport turn on and off the various layers just to show those information. Okay, I think that's the best way to do this. But to keep things a little bit orderly and recognizable, what I suggest that we do is to copy this thing. Let me see, distance from here to here, 500 feet. Okay, so select the copies that you just made and then copy it. Oops, CO, enter, select all of those guys, enter, and then select anywhere on the screen pointing towards my right, your right too, I guess. Sorry. 500 feet. Okay. And then the next one I'm going to put is 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet, enter. Next one I'm going to put is 1,500 feet. And there I should have 4 exact duplicate of the site. Okay, so notice that I move this thing or copy this thing 1,500 feet up, so that in case I needed to draw this thing or move this thing back, I know exactly a known distance to the original drawing. I know that all these are set 500 feet apart from each other, so if I ever need to copy one information to the other, I could always use that 500 feet number. Okay? Alright, so we're gonna set different different information for these things. Right here, shoot, before I did that I should have did something else. We'll do it right now. First thing we're going to do is to turn all of these things into a different color. Okay, so if I select everything right here, I'm going to change the property by the property manager. Excuse me. I'm sorry, the property manager. And the line type, the line layer, layer colors, they all vary. I'm going to select that and select color. Okay, so before we had the layer set by, the color set by layers. This time we're going to set these 4 site plan on its own color. Okay, so in a diagram, what you want to show, what you want to express is a background image, which might be the site, which might be the building, and then something that is highlighted to be the part that you're trying to explain. Okay, so what we're doing is to create a backdrop. I've asked you to just draw these, just to use the first 7 colors, but this time I'm going to go ahead and say select color 523. Let's try that. Okay, and if you did that and say OK, so the color became the 523, and all of these guys right here turned into this gray tone right there. Okay, so the first obstacle that we have, let's get some of the view corridors going. So one, we have a, oh, let's do that in the next video.